Are you planning your retirement, your children or grandchildren's education? The Knowles Group is here to assist. Deeply rooted in Randolph County for more than 20 years. No matter your financial situation, the Knowles Group can help. For any question or to set up an appointment, call Danny Knowles at 205-602-5065. The Knowles Group, located at 3800 Colonnade Parkway, Suite 540, Birmingham, Alabama.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
And welcome back, guys. We get ready for the men as they're going to take on Lawson State here tonight. I'm going to have to let me fix some things here. Apologize for that. Southern Union men and Lawson State, the Cougars, coached by Scott Carter. They come in 15-6 overall, but their division record is 2-4. Southern Union coming in with an 8-12 mark, 3-2 in division play. Southern Union finds themselves one game ahead of Gadsden State. Did it not come up?
That's it.
But getting ready for the starting lineups, and we're just going to let Tommy Wood give you the lineups as we get ready for action here.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Bison Radio for tonight's matchup between the Cougars of Lawson State Community College and your Southern Union Bison. This time we're going to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Cougars, number 2, Kimbe Akwanye. Number 3, Alex Hawkins. Number 5, Keontae Carter. Number 15, Michael Jacobs. And number 20, Michael Johnson. The Cougars are coached by Scott Carter. And now,
We'll move it.
All right, there you go with our starting lineups tonight. Akimba Otanye, number 2, freshman forward out of Katy, Texas, averaging 4.5 points a game. Number 3, Alex Hawkins from Hargrave Military. He's a freshman guard, averaging 12.5 points a game. Keontae Carter, 13.5 points a game out of Buffalo, New York, redshirt freshman, also at a guard. Number 15 from Atlanta, Georgia, McEachern High School. Number 15, Michael Jacobs. Jacobs averaging 22 points a game. And then Michael Johnson out of Huffman in Birmingham, averaging 5.8 points a game. Sophomore forward wears number 20. For Southern Union, from Montgomery, C. Edmond, a freshman, followed by number 1, Antonio Young. Number 11, Prince Mensah. Number 13, Jelly Marshall. And number 22, Deshaun Powell. Lawson going to control the basketball. Big night for Southern Union. They can solidify themselves in the third spot in conference play here in division play. And right off the bat, get a steal. Young bounces it to Mensah. Mensah using the left hand, and he lays it up, kisses it off the glass, and the Bison up by 2. The first points of the night from Prince Mensah. And Mensah keeps getting bigger and better, or better and better every time we see him. Deshaun Powell played very well as well. Jump shot right side on the baseline. That one was put up by Michael Jacobs out of McEachern. He is their leading scorer, averaging 22 points a game.
Yeah, y'all had a real good finish the other night.
Yes, we did. And they'll get it in bounds to Carter. Carter will give it off the left side to Hawkins, and now Hawkins gives it up to Jacobs. They'll play catch out here beyond the arc as Keonjay Carter throws up a three. It won't go. Ball being tipped around, and Michael Johnson grabs it and then gives it off to Otanye, and he lays it up and in. Three, right side, count that one. Antonio Young for the three. And he knew it too. Oh, you got it. 5-2 Bison lead just underway here in the first half. Almost a turnover. Carter has it down in the corner to Hawkins. They'll work it back top side, come to the near side, and Jacobs being guarded by Mensah. They switched off. Young picked him up, and then the ball kicked into the lane and into the hands. Oh, and up and for a shot and missed it, and skying up to get the loose basketball was Deshaun Powell. Southern Union looking to run. They'll back it back out. Marshall, top of the key. Shot won't go. Ball tipped around, and last touch by Deshaun Powell. And I said this in the last game, Matt. Powell played the last 6 or 8 minutes of the game before last, and really came to life for Southern Union, and he's earned some starting time. And there is a shot. It is good. The foul against Young, and making the basket will be Michael Jacobs, and he'll shoot the and one. The very athletic Jacobs. And he'll make the free throw attempt. And we're tied at 5 apiece, just underway here. Mensah on the drive. High off the glass, it won't go. Got his own rebound. Count that one from Prince Mensah. And I believe the foul. Michael Johnson out of Huffman in Birmingham picking up the personal foul. The basket was good by Mensah, and nothing but the bottom of the net there from Prince on the free throw attempt. Southern Union in a 1-2-1-1 full court press. They get it to mid-court. Otanye, cross-court pass in the front court to Carter. Carter, left side of the lane, had it knocked out of his hands by Powell. Powell crashed to the floor as they kick it outside to Jacobs. Left wing three. That one halfway down and out. And the ball tipped around, and they're going to call a foul underneath. They'll call that one against Powell for Southern Union, his first. Yeah, you're talking about the other night, Matt, they found a way to finish the basketball game.
Yes.
Tanya misses that first free throw attempt. And that's something that Coach Brown has talked about, and they've just struggled finishing basketball games. He missed both of them, but skying for the rebound was Johnson. Now he'll find Carter breaking to the bucket. Carter can't make the shot. Ball tipped around into the hands of Young. Young up the right sideline over there, straight across from us. Gives it off to Marshall. Marshall off the dribble, into the paint, kicks it back outside. Powell's got it. Up top to Z. Now near side to Young.
You know, you couldn't ask for them to have started the year and started off the first half, you know, any better. It was just the finishing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Shot was blocked on the other end. Powell got the rebound. He's right underneath the goal, and he can't make it. And then Powell just rips it out of the hands of Carter, but they'll call Deshaun Powell on the travel prior to that. All right, I got to dial in something here where I can hear. No, I won't do that one. Let's do that one. Beam onto the court for Southern Union. Got away with the travel at midcourt. Jacobs with it in front of the Southern Union bench, and he'll reverse it to the far side into the hands of Hawkins. Back over here to Jacobs now. Jacobs is the man that makes Lawson State click with his 22 points. Hawkins turnaround jump shot, fade away, and he'll drain that one. 8-7 Southern Union in the lead. Young into the front court, flips it to Mensah. Mensah puts it on the floor, drives, kicks it right side to Z, and back out top to Marshall. Marshall puts it on the floor, wraparound pass, trying to get it underneath the beam, and it's deflected, and now Southern Union comes up with a steal. Young's got it left wing. Underneath the beam. Beam faking a pass, found a breaking Marshall underneath. Marshall spins, shot won't go. He's fouled, he'll shoot two.
Well, Marshall's one that got that steal right underneath the basket.
What about now?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know which one you got in. And I don't know who got that foul. I missed it. As Marshall makes the first free throw attempt. Higgins comes in and Edmond out. Marshall's second free throw. Got the shooter's touch, and it's good. And the Bison don't look now, but a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 2-2-1 full court press by Southern Union. Lawson works it to the near side in front of the scorer's table. Hawkins against Marshall off his foot. Marshall almost with a steal. Now they get it left side to Jacobs. He launches a three. It's halfway down and out. Deflected by Beam into the hands of Mensah. Mensah kicks it near side to Young. Young to Higgins in the corner for a three. Air ball and rebound taken away by Higgins. Outlet pass to Young. Young's three off the front of the iron won't go. Jacobs with a rebound. Looks to go against the numbers. And offensive foul called against Michael Jacobs. Media timeout taken on the court. Southern Union up by 3 with 14:52 left in the first half. 10-7 is our score. We'll be back in just a moment.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Wadley Mayor Donald McKay and the Town Council invite you to visit. If you're checking out a fine arts presentation or athletic event at Southern Union, floating on the Tallapoosa, or watching the Bulldogs play, Wadley is a great place to live and work. Wadley High School offering the highest in academics and athletics, all under one roof, from elementary to high school. So the next time you're in our great town, take time to look around and shop. Who knows? You may find your next home in Wadley.
And Southern Union basketball coming out of the media timeout. 14:52 left in the first half, as they'll make the trip against the 1-2-2 full court press. Bounce pass up ahead. They'll break the press easy, get it back out top to Prince Mensah, right wing to Young. Down inside the Beam. He spins. Shot won't go, but right there with a follow-up is Mensah on the putback, and Mensah was 7 here. 7 of Southern Union's 12 in the opening half. Jump shot just inside the free throw line for Hawkins. It's no good. Higgins gets the tip out, gives it off to Antonio Young. And Young will bring it across midcourt. They'll work it to Higgins in the corner. Higgins one dribble, picked it up, trying to get the ball out, gets it to Beam. Back to Higgins now. Higgins cross court, far side. Marshall, shot blocked from behind, and the rebound by Michael Jacobs. Outlet front court to Carter. Carter drives into the paint. First shot won't go, but he got his own rebound and put it back. Marshall now sets the offense for the Bison. Gives it off to Young. Young all the way across to Mensah. Mensah puts it on the floor. He drives. And
wow,
I'm just telling you, Prince Mensah, 9 points here in the first half, and he just has tremendous touch. And on the drive, good defense there by Beam. Beam got a block too, and let's say, what are they going to call, a foul or out of bounds?
I think out of bounds.
Yeah, they call it out of bounds. Stepped on the baseline is what it was. Akimba Otanye from Katy, Texas. That's who Beam got a piece of his shot. And now coming in will be Michael Jones. So we got a Michael Jacobs, a Michael Johnson, and a Michael Jones for them.
For them.
Yeah.
And then we got a Michael, let's see. We got a Michael Hodges.
Yeah, we got Michael Hodges. All right. Right low block. Now they kick it outside to Carter, and Carter drains the three. That gives him 5. 14-12, Southern Union in the lead. Higgins to Marshall. Back to Young. Higgins right wing three. Ooh, wouldn't go. Lawson with the basketball, front court, Michael Jacobs. Jacobs against Marshall as he puts it on the floor, drive, shot up. He goes to the floor, but Jacobs makes the bucket over the long outstretched hands of Christian Beam. Mensah, Higgins, Beam. Give and go there to Prince Mensah. He couldn't handle the pass. Lawson quickly the other way. Keonjay Carter with it. He'll drive, kick it out left side, and a foul on the floor. Nope, traveling violation. Higgins front court. Mensah missed the shot. Beam missed the putback. And into the hands of Michael Jacobs. Jacobs outlet up into right underneath the goal to Grant. And a foul called against Southern Union. That one going to go against Christian Beam. Beam's first personal. Not a shooting foul. It was on the floor. Jaden Stevens will check in. Antonio Young comes out for Southern Union. Jacobs going to throw it in. Hawkins with it. Kicks it left corner three. It won't go. Rebound underneath by Grant. And Grant somehow made the shot without getting fouled. The 6'9" sophomore from Atlanta. Marshall will direct the Southern Union offense as the Bison trail 16-14. Almost a turnover. Now Higgins with it near side. Underneath to Marshall. Marshall's got Stevens. Jaden Stevens on the reverse layup there. He comes in off the bench and scores. And then quickly on the other end is Michael Jones as they ran a quick fast break. Pump fake, got it man up in the air, made the shot. 18-16. Higgins left corner three. That one won't go. Beam got the rebound and the putback. Christian Beam with 2 points for Southern Union. Jacobs kicks it now to Gary Bear. Bear gives it up to Grant. And now Bear on a drive. His shot won't go. Mensah with a rebound. Stevens with it. Bobble the pass. And I gotta laugh. It is the correct call, and Jaden had the ball in his hands, and it fell out. He wasn't going to dribble. The ball fell out, and then he picked it back up, so they called him for carrying. And you just don't see that.
No.
Not in that manner. Jacobs at the point with the ball. Left side to Bear. Bear on the drive. His shot won't go, and Higgins flying in there, grabs the rebound coming the other way. Higgins back to Marshall. Beam on the inside, tried to get it underneath to Brandon Kincaid, who had checked into the game. The ball was slapped out of his hands. Last touch by Lawson. So Southern Union will inbound it. Opposite corner from me. And you'll see a first-hand view of it right there. Higgins to Marshall now, top of the key. Marshall calling out the play. Now Beam out at the top of the key, trying to get it to Brandon Kincaid, and I think there was just a little communication issue on that play. Him and Brandon were pretty close to each other. And now another timeout taken. We're tied up, but 9:52 left in the first half, 18-18, and we'll be back after this.
I'm attorney Chris Baldwin from Roanoke, Alabama. Here at Chris Baldwin Law, we specialize in personal injury, medical malpractice, real estate closings, and wills and estates. So, if you've been in a car accident, need to close on your new home, or simply need an estate plan, go ahead and schedule your free consultation by calling 334-863-4555 or by going to chrisbaldwinlaw.com.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than those performed by other attorneys.
There's your everyday run-of-the-mill power tools. Then there's Husqvarna, available at Meadows Farm Equipment. Husqvarna delivers innovative designs that feel good in your hands with power and performance that are up to any task. Pick up your Husqvarna tools at Meadows Farm Equipment, 85 County Road 811, Wedowee.
9:52 left here, opening half. Southern Union and Lawson State tied up at 18 apiece. Lawson coming in 15-6, 2-4 in division play. Southern Union, as I said, 8-12, 3-2 in all important division play. Bison in that 2-2-1 full court press. Near side to Hawkins. Hawkins to Bear, and Bear gives it up to Jacobs. Jacobs being guarded by Marshall as Jacobs spins in the lane, kicks it right corner to Bear. And then Bear going to fire up a three. It won't go, and Beam over everybody, pulling the rebound down. Really good positioning by Christian Beam there. Kincaid, left low block. Picked his dribble up, now looking for some help. Outlet to Higgins. Marshall with it. Looking for some help, gets it underneath. Jaden Stevens got it, and then Beam had it. Beam flying to the floor. And timeout taken very quickly by the Southern Union Bison. We'll take one with them. 18-18, 8:57 left here, first half, back in just a moment.
WM Grocery, with a location near you, makes shopping easy. We offer daily specials, like Monday Madness, with a deal each Monday. And each Wednesday through Sunday, we have a store special ad for additional savings. Be sure to check out the produce section for the freshest produce around. While you're shopping, visit our deli. And we also have fresh sushi daily at each location. Download the WM Grocery app and save daily. Locations in Wedowee, Deflin, Piedmont, and Roanoke. WM Grocery.
18-18, all tied up between the Bison men and Lawson, the Cougars. Tonight's a very important game, really, for both of these. If you look at it, Lawson kind of in a must-win situation as the season is winding down. Southern Union. Oh, and Brandon Kincaid with a nice catch and a jump shot there from about 8 feet. Brandon had 12 big points in the second half the other night, and 3 rebounds that helped propel Southern Union to a win. The three-pointer no good, and Kincaid going to get a foul.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that swapping Faulkner or Coastal South, You know, Southern Union had those 7 or 8 right in a row, home games that they needed to put that stretch in there.
Sean Crawford, freshman guard out of Birmingham, missing the first free throw attempt. He'll get one more. That one off the side of the iron, won't go. Mensah with a rebound. Outlet to Stevens. Stevens to Kincaid. Brandon lost control of it and in threw it in the second row of the bleachers. Jacobs up ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins deals in the lane. Jump shot won't go. And the rebound controlled by Marshall for Southern Union. He'll work the right side into the front court. Near side to Mensah. Mensah, crossover, dribble, drive. He's fouled. Unable to make the shot. Foul on 22, I think. That's I got him listed as Crawford. They may have a different one as Mensah makes the first free throw.
This finishes up a 4-game home streak for Southern Union, and then they finish the season with a 4-game road trip.
Mensah missed the second one. Bison up by 3, 21-18. Lawson basketball, Carter with it. Front court to Jacobs. Jacobs guarded by Stevens. Jacobs will work top of the key, right wing to Carter. 3 or 4 steps behind the arc. And Carter splits everybody into the paint, makes the shot. Higgins guilty of the foul. Hodges in and Stevens out. The bucket by Keonjay Carter was good, and he'll shoot the and one, can tie it back up. And he made it. Checking into the game will be Grant, 6'9" sophomore forward from Atlanta. No, Grant's coming out of the game. Take that back. So we're tied at 21 apiece. Southern Union with it. Higgins works it down in the corner. Now back to the other side to Hodges. Hodges comes this way to Mensah. Looking for Kincaid, and he's just flashing right at the free throw line. Higgins with it in the corner. Had it tipped back into his hands. Bounced it inside to Brandon. Brandon from about 8 feet. Shot won't go. Rebound controlled by Michael Jones. Jones outlet to Jacobs. And then they kick it into the left corner for the 3, and that is Bear. Memphis, Georgia averages 10.1. Memphis, Tennessee averages 10.1 points a game. And he gives Lawson the lead. Right corner 3 for Southern Union's Young. It came up short. And Jacobs with it. Bear spins into the paint against Higgins. Right in front of the free throw line. The shot will go. 5 quick ones, 2 back-to-back buckets for Bear. Hodges spots up a 3. Right wing, count that one for Michael Hodges. That's a big bucket for Southern Union to cut it to 2.
Yes, it
26-24. With 6 minutes left here in the first half. Jacobs will dribble into the front court as he's picked up by Hodges. And he'll throw it to Carter. Carter will work into the paint. Had the ball tipped. Ball on the floor, picks it up, kicks it into the right corner to Bear. Threw up a 3, and Kincaid skying between 2 defenders. Comes down with a rebound. And Young with it now for the Bison. They'll work a weave out beyond the arc. Kincaid now, right elbow. Mensah kicks it near side. Hodges, three. Count that one, Michael Hodges, back-to-back treys. Got to have those.
Yeah, like you say, those are huge because that may open up Higgins a little bit more when you get two of them hitting threes.
Yes. Bison back up by one, 27-26. On the drive is Carter. He was cut off on the baseline, but then found Michael Jones breaking to the bucket, and he'll lay it up and in. We go back and forth now. Higgins right at the free throw line. That one won't fall for Tanner. And they're going to get an easy bucket on the other end as Michael Jones found himself all alone in the paint. Laid it up and in, and just like that, Lawson back up by three with 4.5 to go here, opening half. Southern Union working around the outside the perimeter right now. Young with it to Higgins, and back to Young. He'll spin around the high ball screen. Hodges got it. Left wing three. Yes. Count that one. 3 in a row for Michael Hodges. We're tied at 30. Carter into the paint, picks his dribble up, and now lays it up using the left hand. And Keonjay Carter with another bucket. He's got 10 here in the first half. 32-30. Bison down by 2. Kincaid left low block. He spins. Shot up. Count that one for Brandon Kincaid. Kincaid with 2 field goals here in the first half. And again, we're tied at 32 apiece. As we approach the 3-minute mark of the first half. Been a quick first half. Carter gives it off to Bear, right side beyond the arc. Now finds Michael Jones at the free throw line. Shot won't go on the jumper. Mensah with a rebound. He's looking to run. And offensive foul called against Mensah. Wasn't sure how that one was going to go. Timeout on the court, 2:57 left here in the first half. 32-30, 32-32. We'll be back in just a moment.
Main Street Animal Hospital, now at 1507 Main Street. We may have changed locations, but we are the same fur-friendly staff, taking care of your pets just like our own. We have expanded our services in our state-of-the-art facility to include grooming, increased boarding spaces, ultrasound, and radiology. Main Street Animal Hospital offers an online pharmacy where meds can be delivered straight to your house. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5:30, Fridays, 8 to 4, and Saturday, 8 to noon. The all-new Main Street Animal Hospital, 1507 Main Street, Roanoke, Alabama, 334-863-7111.
At Alabama One, we give you the support to nurture and grow your dreams.
My first loan was for 100 head of yearlings, and now we're up to 2,000 head of yearlings. Alabama One has been super easy to work with. Alabama One has done everything. He's made everything easy, from timber loans, property, equipment.
Sort of like old-time banking to me. I mean, when we used to do business way back in the day.
We offer land, timber, and equipment loans tailored specifically for your needs.
I guess you would say my entire career has been funded through an Alabama One.
Everything just worked out salt of the earth.
You work hard for us. Now let us work hard for you. Contact us today.
Lawson with the basketball as they cross midcourt. Jacobs has got it in front of the scorer's table, and he'll drive toward the lane. Now pulls up just inside the free throw line, and he makes about an 8-foot jump shot to give Lawson the lead, 34-32. And Southern Union looking to run off of made baskets, but they're very smart about it. If there's nothing there, they don't They pull it back out and reset the offense. Kincaid kicks it outside to Hodges. Hodges goes to Marshall on the right wing. Marshall's step back three. That one off the front of the iron, trying to get to the ball, and he does. And let's see who they're going to call that one on Otanye, and that'll be his first.
That is his first. Returning for the Bison, number 0, Z. Edmond.
Marshall made the shot, or attempted the shot, and he was trying to get to the basketball, and he was cut off by Otanye. Nonetheless, drawing the foul. Southern Union with the basketball, a chance to tie or take the lead. And Kincaid on the drive, he's fouled. He will shoot two. The foul called against Grant. Mioke Grant, 6'9", sophomore forward from Atlanta. As Brand a little bit long on that first free throw attempt. And almost deja vu on the second one as Brandon Kincaid goes 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. And Lawson with the basketball as we approach a minute and a half left here in the first half. Carter to Bayer, and Bayer finds Carter, or Jacobs, going to the bucket. Shot won't go as bodies went to the floor. The foul going to be Z. Edmond on the foul. 36-32 is your score. 1:35 left here. They take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here during this timeout. And Lawson took that timeout. Matt, did it ever download?
No.
No, okay. Going to try to have an interview for you at halftime, but we think the internet's blocking us. Did you check that? Now. There we go. We might have it after all.
Yeah, we might.
Milke Grant misses the free throw. Long three attempt by Southern Union. It won't go, but racing to the ball is Z. Edmond. Bison trail by 4 here with a minute and a half left in the opening half. And on the drive, Mensah is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul on Michael Jones. Where's Tarpon Springs, Florida, Matt?
Tarpon Springs?
Tarpon?
Whoa. I don't know.
Good question, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Jones is from. And Mensah makes the second one. Going 1 for 2.
All right.
1:14 left here in the opening half. Lawson with the lead by 3 and the basketball. Get it into the hands of Jacobs. He's on the right wing in front of the Southern Union's bench.
In there, you ready?
Hodges now kicks it to Michael Jones, and Jones, he was breaking toward the bucket, and the pass went over his head and out of bounds. So 55 seconds left here, opening half. Hodges with it. Bison can cut into that 3-point deficit. Methodically running the offense. Kincaid's got it. Now gives it off to Dylan Williams, who's into the game for the first time. Kicks it top of the key. Here's Hodges. It came up short. And going up for
In there, you ready?
loose basketball was Antonio
In there,
Young.
you ready?
he is fouled by Bear. Bear with his first.
In there, you ready?
And Young shooting free throws. Front of the iron, no good.
In there, you ready?
Bison started off strong shooting free throws, but have
In
missed
there,
the
you
last
ready?
2. Jacobs with it as the shot clock is off. He kicks it back outside. They'll reset the offense with 8 seconds. Top of the key is Carter. He steps back into a 3. That one doesn't hit anything, won't go. Bear picked it up. His putback attempt won't go, won't count, no foul call. So Southern Union going to get out of here
In there, you
trailing
ready?
by 3 points, 36-33 here in this game. And we're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back here in just a moment. Stay with us.
Are you planning your retirement, your children or grandchildren's education? The Knowles Group is here to assist. Deeply rooted in Randolph County for more than 20 years. No matter your financial situation, the Knowles Group can help. For any question or to set up an appointment, call Danny Knowles at 205-602-5065. The Knowles Group, located at 3800 Colonnade Parkway, Suite 540, Birmingham, Alabama.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
We are at halftime, 36-33, Bison Trail Lawson State here in the men's game. The girls lost in game 1. Men trying to salvage a win for the Bison here in game 2. A little bit earlier this afternoon, as we approach softball and baseball season, we had a chance to sit down and talk with officially second year head coach Tuck Willard, and we talked to him about the upcoming baseball season as they get ready. Actually, we'll have the first pitch this weekend. Now, they're going to be on the road, but this weekend, and then they'll come back Tuesday and take on CAC in a doubleheader right here over at Southern Union Baseball Field. But we had an opportunity to sit down and talk with him, and right now we're going to cut away to that previously recorded interview.
In there, you ready?
I think he's going to come. He's walking through.
Oh. We can clip that out. Welcome to Coach's Corner, and we're visiting with returning head baseball coach, Coach Tuck Willard. And it's, guess what, folks? It's that time of year again, and you get into this February weather where it doesn't know what it wants to do, Coach.
Cold, wet. Just pick one. I wish you'd just pick one and be just that way we can just be ready and just know what we're going to deal with. But you know how it is. It's up and down, cold, hot, kids getting sick. Got to find a way to bust through it, though.
It is what it is.
It is. That's right. That's right.
And Coach, I got to talk about it. You're sporting your new hat here today that says "Dad." Congratulations.
Thank
you. We got a future Bison coming up.
Yes, sir. He'll be at the ballpark a lot. You know, Mama's always going to bring him, so he'll be there.
How old is he now?
He's just over 2 months.
Over 2 months.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on that to both you and Mama, and we're excited. I'm excited to see him next week.
I know,
because it's right here upon us. Baseball season actually starts this weekend. You got a little round robin tournament. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday we'll be down in Andalusia playing against LBW in Calhoun. A little round robin. Got to get everybody always wants to try to go a little bit farther south when you start the season. Just maybe it'll be 5 degrees warmer. So our first 2 weekends we're down there, and then the next weekend after that we're down in Florida, Chipola. So
tell us a little bit about some of the returners you got coming back from last year.
We got a good group coming back. That freshman class last year, now sophomores. We got Ace Williamson, patrolling center field out there. Hit 400 last year. Big leader for us. Patrick McGlon, big third baseman, was all conference for us last year as well. Big time bat. It's gonna hit the middle of the order for us. Landon Bader, another outfielder. He's probably going to be our leadoff hitter this year. Hit top of the order, kind of be that catalyst for us. We got Jaden Todd, another outfielder, another good outfielder, hit over 300 for us. We're pretty sophomore heavy position player wise, and then arms wise, we got Andrew Floyd, big arm out of the bullpen for us, little guy but big arm. Camden Diamond, rotation pieces back for us. We lost Griffin Stewart to an arm injury, so he won't pitch this year. But we got a lot of young guys and some transfers arm wise. But we got big key pieces coming back from last year that will play big roles for us. So we're excited for that.
All right, so you got to mix those returners with some key newcomers. And I noticed when you and I talked just briefly, and you gave me a roster, you kind of marked a few.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about some of these key incoming freshmen.
Freshman wise, man, we got some big arms, and not just big arms. They're big people too. Like Josh Holly is a big 6'6" right-hander out of Demopolis, big time arm. Bryce Elwine, another 6'4", 6'5" guy out of Georgia. Those two they got a chance to be in our rotation for us freshman wise, and there's some key bullpen arms. I mean, we got Mitchell Grigsby is another electric arm that's kind of going to be out of the pen for us. Who else we got? Transfer wise, those are the ones we really got to hit on. Those are some big key pieces we got transfer wise. Braden Collette transferred in at the break. He's a big arm, has been up to 95. So that's a big key piece to us. Jaden Anderson's a transfer from Georgia State, big outfielder. He makes we got a big ballpark. He makes that ballpark look small when he hits. He's big corner outfielder for us. Ashton Smith is a guy that might take the lead role being our number one. He's a transfer from Austin P, big right-handed arm. But man, we got a good team chemistry. That's the biggest thing. I think it's the first year of all these guys are our guys that we brought in, and it's really showed, man. They're up in there playing ping pong early, and it's fun. It's fun to be around. It doesn't feel like work when it's just fun to be around the guys constantly. So,
and chemistry is a big part of it.
Huge,
big part of it. Well, Coach, what about power hitting? I know last year going into the season, you kind of felt like you may be a big power hitting team. This team that way, or kind of spotty?
We should have some juice. We got some guys. Ace and Pat are both gonna have some power. I think we're gonna hit a lot of doubles in our ballpark, a lot more doubles. But I could see the power numbers going up. Honestly, I think we got more pure hitters this year. So guys that Jaden Anderson, I would fully expect to probably get double-digit home runs this year. I don't think we've had that in a while where somebody's went double digits. But I think him and Pat have a good shot at that. And then I don't know if you remember early, Andrew Walton was a guy that got hurt last year about a month into the season. He's back, and he provides a lot of juice to the lineup as well. So him and another transfer I forgot about, Max Puckett from Mercer, big left-handed bat as well. So we have the guys that can produce some power numbers this year. So we got a little team speed. We got a good balance of speed and power this year. I think last year we were kind of a little bit not as athletic as we wanted to be. We're kind of athletic at the top of the lineup, and then after that it was a little lost. But I think throughout the lineup we got guys who can do a lot of things.
All right, final question, Coach, and this is kind of different. Little realignment of the JUCO colleges in the ACCC. You go Division I, some other teams go Division II. How does this shake out now for you?
It's the big boys, man. It's you're not looking at an easy weekend anymore. I don't think. Like you're playing Shelton, you're playing Hansville, you're playing Sneed, you're playing Northwest Shoals now. I mean Chat Valley, Coastal South. It's big boys. There's no off weekend. You had a couple teams that would kind of be down at the bottom of the conference. It's gonna be tough, but I mean that's what you play for. You play to play against those guys, because now we got to play in a regional instead of a state tournament. But you win that and go to the World Series, you're playing against the big boys. I mean that's going to get you ready. And I think we have the depth to make a run at it this year. I think I feel confident in saying we should be towards the top of our conference, just with the athletes we have this year.
Your home opener will be next Tuesday against CAC. 2 and 4:30, I think, is kind of what the game times are scheduled. How excited are you to come back here and bring this team?
Love playing here. We got a beautiful stadium, beautiful campus. Great fans to play in front of. There's nothing like playing at home, putting on the pinstripes and playing in front of the home crowd. It's winning tradition here. And, we want to keep it rolling. We made a big step from year 1 to year 2. We won 30 games last year, and hoping to make another step this year.
Well, there you have it. Visiting with us, head baseball coach for the Bison, Coach Tuck Willard. Coach, good luck on the season, and we'll be seeing you quite often.
Yes, sir.
You and the young men, and we're going to let you get home to Mama now.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
And we are at halftime of the Southern Union taking on Lawson game, of the men's game. And Southern Union Lady Bison lost earlier in the first game, and I was trying to flip back to my score. I'm at 76-53. Lawson got the best of the Lady Bison in game 1. And the men trail by 3 here at the half. Leading the way with 10 points is Keontae Carter for Lawson, followed by Gary Bear with 7 points. Michael Jacobs also with 7. Michael Jones with 6. And then 2 each for Etanye, Hawkins, and Grant for them. For Lawson, and nobody with 2 fouls. They got a bunch with 1, but nobody has 2 by my scorebook for Lawson. And on the other side, leading the way for Southern Union, the freshman Prince Mensa out of New York. He's got 11 points. Michael Hodges with 9, and he had the 3 threes to make up his points. And then Brandon Kincaid with 4, and then 2 apiece for Marshall, Beam, Stevens, and not to leave out Antonio Young. He had 3 points in the first half. And Southern Union, like Lawson, nobody with 2 fouls, several with 1, but pretty clean first half as far as fouls are concerned. Southern Union found themselves down by 1 point at halftime the other night, and they find themselves down by 3 and look to come from behind here to take the win against Lawson, trying to go 4-2 in division play. And just so you know, Bishop State 6-0 in the conference, 19-3 overall, 5-1 for Wallace Hansville, and they are 19-3. And then Southern Union in third place with a 3-2 record, 8-12 overall. Gadsden State 3-3, Coastal South 3-4, Lawson 2-4, along with Calhoun, and Shelton has failed to win a division game. They are 0-6.
Yeah, this will be a big win for Southern Union right here. Like you said, put them in a sole outright third place, and that'd be huge.
All right, let's see who's going to be. Looks like it's going to be back to the starting 5 for Southern Union. Mensa trying to get it to Powell. Powell couldn't handle the pass, and going the other way, laying it up and in for the easy 2 on the other side is Michael Jacobs, and he's got 9 now. Their biggest lead of the night by 5. Edmond with it. Gets it inside to Powell. And a foul going to be called on Michael Johnson. That's number 2 on him. Excuse me, that's 3 on him. And quickly off the bench to check in will be K. Grant. Bison get it into Marshall. Marshall, 3-pointer, it won't go. Skying for the rebound is Powell. Marshall, it won't go. Mensa with the tip back. Mensa with 13. That was a big bucket. And the scoreboard quit working.
Yeah, I got to refresh too. The whole thing quit working.
And they got a scoreboard malfunction. It's showing 19:27 left in the second half. They got the score right. Now it's 38-35. Southern Union trails by 3. Let's see. They're working on the shot clock now. Now the game clock is working. You good on your end?
Nope, still not.
Well, they stopped. They stopped it. It's all right. Now we're going to have it as they'll get it inbounds. Jacobs works against Marshall. Marshall got a piece of the ball, but it was run down, and now Jacobs has got it back. And let's see. Foul on the floor. That one's going to go against Deshaun Powell. Deshaun with 2. Man, whistle blown, foul called against Southern Union. They're going to call that one against Young. So Powell and Young picking up their second fouls here quickly in the second half. They'll get it inbounds to Grant. Last touch by Marshall. A good play by Deshaun Powell. They tried to get it on the low block. Long inbounds pass to Grant as they threw it in, and it was going to be a bounce pass. Powell knocked it out of bounds. Now Jacobs in the corner. And that one is not touched by Southern Union. It will be Bison basketball with a chance to tie it or come within one with a bucket. Edmond bouncing it into the front court. Crossover dribble, gives it to Mensah. Back out top to Z. Z. Powell with the screen, back to Marshall, top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Marshall kicks it in the corner to Z. Z launches a three. That one won't go. And a rebound by Hawkins. Hawkins racing into the front court as he gives it up to Carter. Carter drives, and an offensive foul called against Lawson State. That one called against Carter. Keontae Carter picking up his first personal foul. Young to Jordan. Jordan Marshall, and they get it to Deshaun Powell. And a foul called underneath against Grant. The OK Grant picking up his second one. And Southern Union off the inbounds pass, they get it into Jordan Marshall, and he lays it up and in. His first field goal of the night, and the Bison cut it to 1 point. They trail by one. And on the drive, the shot up and no good by Otanye. Southern Union with the basketball, looking to run, push it in the front court. Marshall to Powell. Powell at the free throw line, puts it on the floor, spins into the paint, shot up, it won't go, tipped around. Ball in the hands of Mensah. Mensah goes down. He finds Powell in the paint, and Powell's going to be held there, and I believe that's going to be on Grant. Nope.
Tonya.
Yep. Kimbe Otonye. And that's number 2 on him. Edmond with it now on the inbounds pass. They get it to Powell, right low block, and he traveled. That one was easy to call. .17.5 to go here in the game. Southern Union trails by 1, 38-37. Trail by 3 at the half. And Jacobs with it. He'll drive, ball was tipped away, but a foul's called, a reach-in foul, and I believe they're going to call that one on Edmond, and they do. Z's got 2. And Jacobs throws it in. They'll work it outside. Trying to get it down in the low block and kick it outside to Hawkins. Hawkins the 3, it won't go. Otanye with a rebound and the putback. The shot does not fall, but he is fouled. And that foul going to go against Young. And he's picked up 2 quick ones here with just over 3 minutes gone in the second half. Otanye makes the first. Higgins into the game. Both free throws missed by Otanye.
No, he got the first one.
Did he make? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he did. I marked it. And Marshall with a fadeaway shot in the paint. Good for the bucket.
And we're tied.
39 apiece. Hawkins dishes it off to Grant. Grant lays it up and in. And we went back and forth a while in the first half. Marshall trying to drive, lost control of the basketball, and he's tied up. Possession arrow goes to Lawson State. Southern Union employing a full court press. Getting across is Hawkins, and Hawkins will drive. And the offensive foul called against Alex Hawkins.
Lawson's taking on number 3, Alex Hawkins, his first.
I had to wait on that one, Matt. I wasn't sure which way that one was going to go.
Really?
Lawson up by 2, 41-39. Played just about 4 minutes here in the second half. And foul on the floor away from the ball. And that one going to be called against Myoke Grant, picking up his third. He'll come out, and Michael Jones back into the game for the Cougars. Bison underneath their bucket. Into Higgins. Higgins back to Z. Z off the dribble. Powell with the screen. Z into the paint. Turnaround shot. That one's blocked, but Z came away with it. The shot was blocked by Michael Jacobs. Marshall in the corner. Takes a couple of dribbles. Shot no good, and coming the other way will be Jacobs. As bodies fly, Jacobs went down pretty hard. Southern Union commits the foul. And that one against Higgins. That's number 2 on Higgins, and Beam getting ready to check in for Southern Union. Shooting free throws will be Michael Jacobs. Jacobs making the first one. As Beam will come in, Deshaun Powell checks out for the Bison. Michael Jacobs, their leading scorer by average on the season with 22 points, just 10 points here in the game. So Southern Union's defense has held him in check pretty well as he missed the free throw. And Z with it as he raced into the front court looking for some help. Got it off to Marshall. Marshall will drive across the lane, gives it to Higgins, and Higgins gives it right back. Higgins spot up, left wing 3. Count that one, Tanner Higgins. And Tanner on the scoreboard for the Bison. And we're tied at 42 apiece. Media timeout coming up. Step back 3, top of the key. It won't go. That one taken by Jacobs into the hands of Southern Union's Edmond. Edmond gives it to Higgins, left wing. Beam way away from the bucket, and he'll give it back to Z. Z gives it off to Marshall. Marshall going to reset the offense now as he directs traffic. Wanted Mensa to come set a screen for him. As Marshall gets it back, he'll drive the baseline, gives it off to Beam. Beam lost control of the basketball. And we got a media timeout taken on the court, 42-42 with 14:26 left here in the game. We'll be back in just a moment.
Are you planning your retirement, your children or grandchildren's education? The Knowles Group is here to assist. Deeply rooted in Randolph County for more than 20 years. No matter your financial situation, the Knowles Group can help. For any question or to set up an appointment, call Danny Knowles at 205-602-5065. The Knowles Group, located at 3800 Colonnade Parkway, Suite 540, Birmingham, Alabama.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
14:26 left here in the second half. We're tied at 42 apiece. Southern Union trailed 36-33 at the break. As Lawson will inbound it in a 1-2-1 trap, but they back out of it into a man-to-man. I talked myself into that corner. Jacobs with it, kicks it near side. Hawkins back to Jacobs. Shot won't go. Jones underneath lays it up and in. His first bucket of the second half. He's got 8 on the night. Beam at the top of the key. Higgins now faked a 3. Now gives it back off to Marshall. Marshall puts it on the floor and contact, no foul, but they're going to say he traveled. And Brandon Kincaid coming in, and let's see, we got a timeout taken by Southern Union. And they're going to take a full 60-second timeout, so Matt will step aside and take one with them. 44-42, Southern Union trails. Back in just a moment.
Wadley Mayor Donald McKay and the Town Council invite you to visit. If you're checking out a fine arts presentation or athletic event at Southern Union, floating on the Tallapoosa, or watching the Bulldogs play, Wadley is a great place to live and work. Wadley High School offering the highest in academics and athletics, all under one roof, from elementary to high school. So the next time you're in our great town, take time to look around and shop. Who knows? You may find your next home in Wadley.
In today's economy, small businesses and consumers thrive in strong relationships. That's where First Bank of Alabama fits into your financial solution. Our products and services give you the tools you need for your financial success. We're a click away if you're looking for the online relationship. Just visit us at www.fbal.bank. Or, if you prefer in person, come visit one of our 12 locations throughout Calhoun, Clay, Cleburne, Randolph, Chilton, and Talladega counties. We look forward to seeing you however you prefer to bank. First Bank of Alabama, where you are first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
13:36 left in the game. Southern Union trails by 2, 44-42. Lawson with the basketball. They get it into Jacobs. He's being guarded by Marshall. Jacobs across midcourt. Try to backdoor, nothing there to bear. Now Jacobs launches a long 3. That one goes up and over the backboard, and Higgins got the loose basketball. Marshall looking to run. Kincaid right side. As he'll back his way into the paint, now looking for help. He'll get it outside to Marshall. Edmond with it now. Backdoor cut, pass stolen away. Outlet up ahead, Hawkins. Hawkins drives, shot up, no good. Rebound by Lawson underneath, and the putback won't go, but a foul called against the Bison. They'll call that one against Higgins. Tanner picking up his third. Basketball took a trip down the corridor toward the visiting locker room. Free throw is short by Atonier. Antonio Young comes in. Prince Mensa comes out for the Bison. Also coming out will be Alex Hawkins. Second free throw by Atonier is up and good. Higgins, Kincaid, Marshall, Edmond, and Young on the court for Southern Union. Marshall, top of the key, collides with Michael Jones. That's number 2 on him. That wasn't much. But nonetheless, Marshall going to shoot free throws as that's the 7th team foul. And Marshall misses the front end. Bison still down by 3, 45-42. Lawson with the basketball. Keontae Carter out of Buffalo, New York. Drives to the free throw line, picks it up. Left side to Jones, and Jones gives it back to Carter. Carter gives it off to Michael Johnson on the right side. His baseline jump shot up, no good. Southern Union with a rebound. Marshall driving into trouble, lost it. Jacobs has got it. And Jacobs is going to take it coast to coast. Shot up and good as he goes to the ground. No foul called. Bison find themselves down by 5 now. Kincaid backing his way into the paint. Left-handed hook shot. It won't go. Outlet up ahead to Bear. Bear, he goes down. He is fouled. He's fouled by Marshall. And both went down against right underneath the backboard against the padding. The officials having a conference.
Bison foul number 13, John Marshall, his first.
Marshall picked up the foul. That's his first. And Bear will shoot 2. Missed the first one.
Timeout, Bison.
And Southern Union going to take another timeout here with Bear on the free throw line. We'll keep it here for this 30-second timeout. Are they going to call a full? Nope, they're going to call a full, so we will take a full with them. And we'll be back as the Bison trail by 5, 11 and a half to go. Coming back in just a moment.
I'm attorney Chris Baldwin from Roanoke, Alabama. Here at Chris Baldwin Law, we specialize in personal injury, medical malpractice, real estate closings, and wills and estates. So, if you've been in a car accident, need to close on your new home, or simply need an estate plan, go ahead and schedule your free consultation by calling 334-863-4555 or by going to chrisbaldwinlaw.com.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than those performed by other attorneys.
There's your everyday run-of-the-mill power tools. Then there's Husqvarna, available at Meadows Farm Equipment. Husqvarna delivers innovative designs that feel good in your hands with power and performance that are up to any task. Pick up your Husqvarna tools at Meadows Farm Equipment, 85 County Road 811, Wedowee.
47-42, Lawson leads Southern Union with 11:35 to go here in the second half. Gary Bear out of Memphis shooting the second of 2 free throws. He missed the first one. Makes the second one. So Bison down by 6. I believe this is the biggest lead.
I believe you're right.
Edmond to Kincaid. Brandon at the top of the key. He's going to drive and spin. He's fouled. He'll shoot free throws. I believe the foul going to be called against 20 Michael Johnson, and that is correct.
Lawson State foul number 20, Michael Johnson is 4.
And that is 4 on Johnson, the sophomore from Huffman High School in Birmingham. Brandon makes the first free throw. And here's Kincaid's second. Nothing but the bottom of the net, 2 for 2. 2-2-1 trap. And they'll back off into man-to-man once they get it inbounds. Jacobs will dribble right, hand it to Bear. Bear gives it off to Carter as they run a weave out top. Oh, and a good defensive play. The ball was tipped out of Jacob's hands.
Excuse me.
All right, Matt, we don't allow coughing now. They'll lob it in to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Carter. Carter, baseline jump shot. And he makes that one. Bison back down by 6. Edmond at the top of the key now as he'll set the offense. Young with it on the drive, and he'll drive it in. Lay it up and in. Only his second field goal of the game. He's got 5 on the night, and that's a big bucket for the Bison. Back down by 4 as we approach 10 minutes. Bear being guarded by Young. And Antonio going to be guilty of the foul. And Antonio held up 4 to Coach Brown. Said, that's my 4th. And nobody up off the bench yet, so Coach Brown's going to ride Antonio here for just a couple of minutes. Bear makes the front end. Tanya coming back into the game. He'll come in for Michael Johnson for Lawson, who has 4 fouls. And Young going to hang out with 4. Bear makes both of the free throws. Back up by 6. 10 minutes to go, halfway through the second half, and Southern Union trails by 6. Kincaid off to Z. Stevens has checked into the game, and Young did come out. Stevens working the baseline. No, I'm sorry, that is Young. Young did not come out. Young got the basket, worked hard for it underneath. Stevens is in the game. Higgins went out.
Yes.
Bear front court goes right down the paint, and he traveled.
Pushed off, traveled.
Media timeout taken, 52-48. Southern Union trails by 4. 9:29 to go here in the game. Back in just a moment.
WM Grocery, with a location near you, makes shopping easy. We offer daily specials, like Monday Madness of the deal each Monday. And each Wednesday through Sunday, we have a store special ad for additional savings. Be sure to check out the produce section for the freshest produce around. While you're shopping, visit our deli. And we also have fresh sushi daily at each location. Download the WM Grocery app and save daily. Locations in Wheat Iowa, Deflin, Piedmont, and Roanoke. WM Grocery.
Main Street Animal Hospital, now at 1507 Main Street. We may have changed locations, but we are the same fur-friendly staff, taking care of your pets just like our own. We have expanded our services in our state-of-the-art facility to include grooming, increased boarding spaces, ultrasound, and radiology. Main Street Animal Hospital offers an online pharmacy where meds can be delivered straight to your house. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5:30, Fridays, 8 to 4, and Saturday, 8 to noon. The all-new Main Street Animal Hospital, 1507 Main Street, Roanoke, Alabama, 334-863-7111.
9:29 to go here in the game. Southern Union trails by 4, 52-48. And with the basketball, Jaden Stevens, C. Edmond, Brandon Kincaid, Antonio Young, and Michael Hodges, the 5 on the court for Southern Union. They spread the court so much I had to look for the 5th. Hodges with it in the backcourt. Gives it over to Z. And Z will get it into the offensive end. Young with it. Kicks it back outside to Edmond. Kincaid. Z with it. 4 seconds. He'll drive, shot up. It doesn't touch anything, and that's going to be a shot clock violation for Southern Union. good defense there by Lawson. Just didn't give Southern Union anything. And the ball tipped around, and it will be Lawson's basketball. Actually, they're going to call Z. Edmond for a foul. And see if I can go back and describe what happened. They blew the horn, and they got the ball in before the horn blew, trying to get a substitution in. The referee was telling them to continue to play, and 3 players, 2 for Southern Union and 1 for Lawson, just stopped. And the ball was thrown back to one of the guys that stopped. Free throw was missed by Jacobs. And Southern Union with it. Z's into the front court, into the paint. He'll drive, split defenders, lay it up and in. Basket counts. And the foul going to be called against Michael Jacobs. Jacobs second. And I hope you got that one.
I did. We'll get it right after this free throw.
And Edmond to the line for the and one, and he can cut it to 1. And he does.
Here's that replay.
And those of you watching, he just split
In there, you ready?
Lawson into the front court. Hawkins with it. Hawkins gave it off to Jacobs. Jacobs had it taken away. Jaden Stevens going to go coast to coast. His shot was blocked. And here comes Jacobs. And they do the give and go there. And the feedback to Jacobs. He lays it up and in, but a good pass to him from Carter. And the Bison back down by 3, 54-51. Edmond gives it off to Hodges. Hodges drives. Foul called. And that one's going to be called against Michael Jacobs for Lawson. That is 3 on him, and Hodges goes to the free throw line. Hodges will make the first attempt. He made the second one, but a lane violation. So that one won't count. Now a 2-2-1 press by Southern Union. Carter's got it into the circle at midcourt, picked his dribble up, and Hodges tried to save it, threw it back into Michael Jones, and a blocking foul called underneath as Hawkins took it to the hoop. Jaden Stevens, his first foul. Higgins getting ready to check in for the Bison. Let's see who he'll get after this free throw. Hawkins missed it. Higgins in for Stevens. Second free throw missed as well. Bison basketball. Can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Kincaid down in the corner to Hodges. Hodges will dribble it back up top and give it off to Edmond. Edmond will work the right side with the dribble into the paint. Kicks it outside to Higgins. Higgins, 3 off the back of the iron. It won't fall. Hawkins into the front court quickly. He gives it up, and a bucket underneath made by Michael Jones. Brandon spotting up left, low side, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul on Kincaid. Just got that elbow out there.
Yep.
Kincaid with his second. Higgins comes out and Mensah back in for Southern Union. Mensah with 13 points here in this game.
It's been a very quiet 13 points.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Hawkins and Carter. Now they give it to Jacobs. Jacobs had the ball taken out of his hands by Edmond. Up ahead to Hodges. Hodges into the paint. And a blocking foul called against Lawson's. Who is that getting up? Number 5, I believe, Keontae Carter. I'm watching the referee over there out of the corner of my eye. He's talking to Michael Jacobs. And Hodges can't convert the free throw. Started out shooting well in the first half. Hodges will make the second one. Bison down by 3 now. 6.5 to go in the game. Hawkins near the top of the key off the dribble, now into the paint. And little touch pass over there to Michael Jones, and he laid it up and in. Edmond into the front court, trying to find Kincaid now. Kincaid drives into the paint. One-handed hook shot for Brandon Kincaid. And now the tempo's picking up. Into the paint is Hawkins on the other end of the court. And a foul called against Southern Union. I don't know if it's Kincaid or Mensah. Brandon Kincaid. Brandon picks up his third. It's Alex Hawkins. Will shoot free throws. And he makes the first one. Mensah out, Young back in for Southern Union. And Hawkins made both. Only shot 6 free throws in the first half, and they've shot 14 here in the second. That shot by Marshall came up well short. Outlet ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins into the paint, lays it up and in for the easy bucket on the other end for Lawson. And Southern Union down 62-55 now. Now it's gut check time for the Bison. Z underneath to Young. Young double team and tried to throw it in the corner to Marshall. It went in between Hodges and Marshall and out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover for the Bison. Timeout on the court, 62-55. Southern Union trails, 5:05 to go. Back in just a moment.
At Alabama One, we give you the support to nurture and grow your dreams.
My first loan was for 100 head of yearlings, and now we're up to 2,000 head of yearlings. Alabama One has been super easy to work with. Alabama One has done everything. He's made everything easy, from timber loans, property, equipment.
Sort of like old-time banking to me. I mean, when we used to do business way back in the day.
We offer land, timber, and equipment loans tailored specifically for your needs.
I guess you would say my entire career has been funded through an Alabama One.
Everything just worked out salt of the earth.
You work hard for us. Now let us work hard for you. Contact us today.
(62-55). Southern Union trails here in the second half. Just 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go against Lawson State. And this wraps up 4 straight home games for Southern Union. And they'll go on the road for several. We still got homecoming left.
Yeah.
Still got homecoming left. Still got a couple of home games left.
I think we got one away game, 2 home games, and then the last 4.
Last 4 away.
Yeah.
Jacobs with it, guarded by Michael Hodges. They'll slow the pace down here and kick it into the left corner to Carter. And Carter is fouled. Deshaun Powell going to be guilty of that foul. That's 3 on Deshaun. And both teams in the double bonus for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Carter making the first one. Higgins comes in. And Z. Edmond checks out for the Bison. Kincaid, Powell, Hodges, Young, and Higgins. And now Edmond comes in for Hodges. Biggest lead of the night for either team, 64-55. Lawson leads it. Bison turn it over. 4.5 to go. Carter, right wing, gives it up to Jacobs. Jacobs kicks it back out to Carter. Now Carter will give it up to Jacobs. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Into the near corner. Hawkins shot front of the iron or side of the iron won't go. And Higgins with the loose basketball into the hands of Edmond. To Kincaid. Nothing there for Brandon as he'll put it on the floor now. Looking to drive. He spins. Shot won't go. Could not come up with a rebound. And Lawson's got it into the hands of Carter. Carter will work against Young, and he'll give it up now to Jacobs. And driving is Hawkins. And he's fouled. And that's going to be 5 on Young. He's going to foul out with 7 points. Mensah kind of been quiet in the second half.
Yeah.
He's going to check back in. He's only got 2 points, 13 overall, had 11 in the first half. As Hawkins to the free throw line, shooting 2. He's good on the first one. And the Bison have now find themselves down by 10. And it'll stay that way as Hawkins missed the second of 2. Mensah puts it on the floor, goes by everybody, a lot of contact. No foul called, missed the shot, and Carter comes the other way for Lawson State. Carter being guarded by Edmond. Carter spins into the paint, throws up a prayer, shot won't go, and the rebound by Edmond. Edmond looking to run, front court. Tried to get it to Kincaid, and the pass tipped away by Grant. And Grant gives it off to Keontae Carter. 2.5 to go. And the Bison trail by 10. Marshall getting ready to check back in. Next dead ball for Southern Union. Jacobs kicks it into the near corner to Jones, and Jones throws up a 3, and it falls. And now the Bison trail by 13. Edmond just lost total control of it, and then he's going to pick up a foul. And that's 4 on Z. Four on Z, Edmond. Michael Jacobs shooting free throws. He'll miss that one. Marshall in, Edmond out for the Bison. Powell, Mensah, Marshall, Higgins, and Kincaid on the court for Southern Union. Second free throw missed and tipped into the hands of Mensah. Marshall top of the key now for the Bison. Brandon Kincaid had it tipped away, but got it as he'll get into the paint. Shot won't go, but to follow by Deshaun Powell on the tip in. Powell's first bucket of the night. Bison trail by 11, 68-57 with 1.5 to go. Carter with it against Marshall, right side beyond the arc. Long three, front of the iron, it won't go. Into the hands of Southern Union's Marshall. And a Euro step underneath, shot won't go, tipped around, shot blocked. Powell's got it, he goes up strong, it won't go. And the ball tipped into the hands of Jacobs. Jacobs gonna take it coast to coast, and Kincaid gonna foul him on the way up. That's 4 on Brandon. And the long scoreless streak for Southern Union, it happened a little more than halfway through the second half here, is probably going to wind up and be the difference in this game, Matt.
True. Just couldn't get in a flow there.
Yeah, things just kind of went
several
haywire.
Several turnovers.
And missed some shots.
Yeah.
Jacobs missed the first one.
And they've done well defensively, preventing the three-pointer by Hodges and Tanner Higgins.
Yeah, missed both of them. Under a minute, Marshall with it. And they're not giving in to the threes.
No.
Marshall into the paint. He traveled. That will be a turnover for the Bison. Trailing by 11, 68-57 with 40 seconds left. Jacobs will dribble into the front court. Southern Union not fouling. Mensah picks him up. 15 seconds on the shot clock. As Jacobs kicks it right wing. Carter. Carter gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins' shot won't go. And then trying to slam it was Grant. He missed the slam. The ball went out of bounds, so it will be Bison basketball. 7 seconds. Marshall into the front court. He'll pull up for a three right wing off the front of the iron. That's going to do it. And the horn did not go off, but that is the game. And the final score, 68-57. Southern Union going to lose this one, so the Bison lose a pair. The ladies lose game one, and the men turn around and lose here in game two. Mensa with 13 points for Southern Union, 11 of those in the first half, and he was a lot of the offense in this game for Southern Union. Hodges had 11 points for the Bison, and nobody else really able to get started. Kincaid with 8 points, as he had 4 in the second half as well. But that's going to do it for us, and we're going to go ahead.
No, just don't forget about Thursday.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We'll be back over here for the opening of Southern Union softball.
2 and 4 against CAC.
Yes.
2 and 4 are the game times against CAC. We'll have those games, and then we'll be back here Saturday as well for softball against Marion Military. And I wasn't going to forget about that. I was
okay.
Okay. I knew that we had that. We got high school basketball tomorrow night. And then Thursday, softball kicks off here from the campus of Southern Union. But both the men and women lose here tonight to Lawson. The men go to 3-3 in conference play, 8-13 overall. So that's going to do it for the gang here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Until Thursday afternoon, we'll see you then.